Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to my honorable judges, teachers, parents, and my fellow friends. Today on this fine day, I would like to tell you guys a public speech about the advantages and disadvantages of bringing handphones to school. It has been an issue that this will be implemented soon. Before it takes place, let's look deeper into the pros and cons of this matter. Ladies and gentlemen, handphone, mobile phone, and tablets are becoming very common in almost everywhere in our society. Even now, small children has it. Today, it is a must-have item for everyone. Even now, if I ask the audience if they have phone or not, most probably everyone will say yes, isn't it? Except for the students, because students is prohibited from bringing handphones to school. But if they are allowed to bring handphone to school, then all of my audience will say yes. But then, is it a good idea to allow them to bring handphone to school? In this story, there are two sides of contrasting ideas, and I will take the opportunity to show you guys the advantages and disadvantages of bringing handphones to school. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start my speech by stating the first advantages of bringing handphone to school, that is, to make communication easier, especially between parents and their children. It will allow them to communicate with each other at any time they want. In the past, parents often never knew where their children were until they came home. With handphone, parents can check up on their kids and arrange transportation, relay important information if necessary at any time they want. Like for example, the children can tell their parents about their activities and thus make the parents less worried about their whereabouts. Secondly, the phone can be an invaluable tool in emergency. For instance, if the students have a severe injuries or emergency situation, they can contact authorities or contact anyone that can help. Thirdly, with the technologies available, it can help them learn more. More is access of the internet, it can help them to find more information in the internet easily. But this could also be the other way around. Students will find enjoyment instead of studying. Now I will focus on the disadvantages of bringing handphone to school. Firstly, it's about death issue. With more and more attractive phone available, there are most likely a good chances that your phone can be snatched or deaf. This happens because some students they don't have the money to buy them. So the only way for them to have it is by stealing. Some students can also make extra money by stealing them and sell it. Sometimes students can be clumsy at keeping their things, and we all know that when it's gone, it will go forever. The price of handphone is not cheap, and when the death issue arises, it will cause a lot of other problems. Secondly, the phone may cause distraction in lessons. Some students that did not share their phone and suddenly get a phone call will disturb the lessons in the class. Some students can play games in hiding during the lessons. With so many students, teacher could overlook these kind of students. By bringing handphone to school also will hinder people to study more, as they are much more prefer to play games instead of read books. They use their privilege given for their own joy only, and thus the passion for learning for many students will be decreased, and this is bad because knowledge is important in life. With more knowledge, we can be more developed. But if these students did not like to study, it will also hinder our progress to be more successful in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, I've lined out the pros and cons of this matter. Now it is up to us to decide which is the best decision for this issue. Therefore, I have arrived at the end of my speech, and thus I would like to thank you all for lending your ears. Now, I would like to thank you guys. I would like to end my speech with thank you and goodbye. Thank you very much.